a healthy Cobb County. Cobb County schools ask that you adhere to social distance guidelines as recommended by state and local public health officials. Please obey all social distancing signs, sit in the designated areas, and be considerate of those around you by wearing a mask or face covering wherever possible. Thank you for your cooperation in the promotion of good sportsmanship at today's event. Let's play ball!
Hello everybody, I'm Connor Ladd and I'm a senior here at Whitefield Academy, and today the Whitefield Wolfpack are taking on the McEachern Indians in game 1 of doubleheader today on this beautiful Saturday, and number 21 Parker Ladd looks to lead off, hopefully to get things started. Parker is leading off and playing second base today. And strike one called on Parker Ladd. And he hits it in the right field. Good single to start the game. So we like to see for the Wolfpack. And now batting second, number 8, Conlon Walker. And put into play, shortstop. And Conlon Walker moves Parker over on the apparent error by the shortstop. And now at the bat is number 22, Cooper Craig, playing right field today. 2 men on, no out. It looks like he attempted to bunt there. Strike one called. 0-1 strike. And strike 2 is another attempted bunt fails. Has 2 strikes on him. 2 men on still. Pitches away. Strikeout looking.
Now batting number 9, Nick Olson.
And that leaves 1 out for Nick Olson, playing third base today. Still got 2 men on. Now would be a good time to get something moving. 1 down in the inning. And the pitch is away, and ball 1 low. 0-1 for Nick Olson. And on the second pitch, Nick fouls it right, bringing the count to 1-1. Nick steps back into the box. 1-1 is the count. High, strike 2, looking. Interesting call. And the count is 1-2 for Nick Olson. And Nick Olson keeps it alive here, fouling it out of play. Count is still 1-2. Nick's back in the box, ready for the next pitch. Which he puts in play. Just foul to the left. Nick keeps fighting, 1-2. battle alive here, stepping back into the box. Still 2 men on, 1 out. And ball 2 outside, low and away. Count is now 2-2 for Nick. It's been a great at bat so far for the 4-hole. Ball 3 outside. Count is now 3-2. Nick's been battling back in the count. Like I said, great at bat. And past ball 4. And the bases are now loaded for the pack. And now number 1, Caleb LaValle is coming to the plate as a designated hitter for the pack. Designated hitter for pitcher Braden May. Steps into the box, bases loaded, 1 out. And ball 1 outside for Caleb. And second pitch swinging. And number 21, Parker, scores on the fielder's choice. Runners now at the corner, RBI for Caleb LaValle. Two outs now for Cole Long with runners at the corner. Pack's now up 1-0 in the top of the first. And Caleb LaValle easily takes second base. Two runners in scoring position for Cole Long now. Second ball taken. Cole Long's in a great position here. And first strike of the count is called. Low looking strike. Good pitch to look at. And a pass ball will score Conlon. And that brings Caleb LaValle to third. The Pack's now leading 2-0 on the passed ball. It's been a great first inning so far for the Pack. And now Cole Long has the opportunity for another RBI right here. And ball 4 is taken outside. Runners now at the corners for number 25, Charlie Baxter. First baseman Charlie Baxter steps into the box. 7-hole hitter today. In a great position to do something. The pitch is away. Strike 1 looking. Looked a little outside. Good pitch to look at for the first pitch. This pitcher steps back into the box. Steps off. And now as he throws over, eyeing him at first. Charlie hits it down the third baseman line, and that's out 3 of the inning. Good first inning for the Pack here. Pack 2, Indians 0. And Braden May will now be taking the mound for Whitefield. And we will rejoin you at the start of the bottom of the first. And welcome back to the bottom of the first inning. The Indians are now up to bat as Braden May takes the mound.
Your McEachern Indians, pitcher Bryce Archie.
And number 3 on the Indians, Bryce Archie, steps into the box. He is their pitcher today. And 0-0 is the count as Braden gets ready to throw his first pitch. Which is ball 1, just a little outside. It's a good first pitch. And Braden throws ball 2 low. Counts 2-0. And Braden May throws ball 3 in the dirt. Count is now 3-0. And Braden May throws strike 1, outside strike, makes the count 3-1 now. Good pitch. And the pitch is away. Strike 2, low and away. Great pitch right there. Brings the count to 3-2. Good way to battle back so far for Braden May. As he steps off, collects himself. Big pitch coming. And 3-2 pitches away. And fouled off. Braden Mays keeping the at-bat alive despite getting down 3-0. As the 7th pitch of the at-bat is approaching. Which is put up center field. Caught by number 8, Conlon Walker in center field. First out of the inning. Good play by Conlon. And 1 down for the Pack as number 1 for the Indians steps into the box. Braden's second batter faced. And pitches away. High strike swinging. 0-1. It's a good pitch. Got him swinging up by his eyes. But whatever works. And second pitch away. Strike 2 swinging low. The count's now 0-2 for Braden May. Got a good lead in the count here after 2 poor swings by number 1. And there's a quick break and play. A warning for something. He was suspected of licking the ball. And now the 0-2 pitch. And that is way outside for 1 ball and 2 strikes for Braden. Still ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And now the umpires are convening. appears as Braden May is getting suspected for throwing spitballs. Although I've not seen anything to back that claim, personally. Just trying to clean his hands. It's a cold day. And the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch is about to happen for the quick break and play. And here we go. And he pops it up. Caught by first baseman Charlie Baxter for the second out of the inning. And now number 14 for the Indians comes up to the plate. 2 down for the Pack. 2 up, 2 down as Braden May faces his third batter of the inning. Count is 1-0. And 2-0 after the low pitch there. Still 2 down for the Pack. And strike 1, foul tip, or foul out the box, as I should say. Two balls, 1 strike, pitch coming. Low pitch, just missed the zone. Good pitch in my opinion, but that brings the count to 3-1. And a strike right there for Braden. Brings the count to 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here for the Pack. Looking to get out of it, 3 up, 3 down. It's 3-2 pitches away. And a great pitch for Braden May. First strikeout. And after the end of the first inning, Pack is up 2-0 on the McEachern Indians. And we will be right back at the top of the second. Welcome back to the top of the second. Cole Peterson steps into the box, takes ball 1 low. He's the 8-hole hitter today, playing shortstop. Now he's looking at a 1-0 count. And strike 1 swinging, I should say, brings the count to 1-1. looking to start things off. Hope they have an inning like last time. And strike 2, swinging low. Brings the count to 1-2 for Cole. Low pitch in the dirt there brings the count to 2-2. Cole steps back in the box. Takes ball 3 high, bringing the count to 3-2. And now Cole steps back in the box again. 3-2 count, as I said. Big pitch right here. And a hit in the hands. And Cole Peterson is now on first base to start the inning. The ref is now saying it hit the ump is now saying it hit the bat after already sending him down the first base line, so we'll see how this is. And now the Blues going back on his call. A perfectly unbiased opinion, I think it did hit the bat. However, he did say it hit him and is now changing his mind, which is unfortunate. However, it gives Cole another chance in the box to drive one. And the count is 3-2. After that is now scored as a foul ball instead of a hit by pitch, unfortunately. And Cole Peterson fouls another one off. Staying alive. It's been a good at bat so far. Hopefully he'll find a way back to first. After getting robbed from it. And he takes ball 4 low. Base on balls for Cole Peterson. Finds a way. And now that brings up Taylor Craig, the catcher. 9-hole, looking to move over Cole and get a rally started. No outs, man on first for the Pack. Taylor Craig steps into the box, number 24. First at bat of the day. And the first pitch is a slightly outside strike. Looking. Brings the count to 0-1. Pack so far have got the lead runner on in both innings. And Cole gets back easily there on the throw over. Keeping him close. Throws back over again. That was a little closer, but still got back by good margin. Really keeping an eye on Cole over there. He is fast, so I can understand why. And now Cole does run. Trips. And as y'all saw, it was an interesting event, but Cole is standing on second base now, so it's all good. No harm. However, it appears Cole tripped on his way down, but had plenty of time to recover as the ball in the dirt still stands, bringing the count to 1-1 for Taylor, who then swings at strike 2. Cole's now in scoring position on second. And strike 3 swinging for Taylor Craig. Little head of it. And now the leadoff Parker Ladd is coming back around. He singled the right last at bat. be a great time for Parker to drive one in. So he takes ball one inside. And 1-0 for Parker. Make that 2-0 as another ball in the dirt. So far, McEachern has thrown a lot of balls, more so than strikes. They've been generous. And Parker hits it back to left center field. And that gets down. That'll be at least a double. And an RBI. And a double for Parker Ladd. Cole Peterson scores, bringing it to 3-0. Now Conlon Walker has a man to work with on second base. Ball one low. Conlon last at bat hit it to shortstop, who made an error, reached on the error. Although, I don't believe that they scored as an error here, but it certainly looked like one in my opinion. As Conlon steps back in the box. Watches another one. Two balls, no strikes, one out for Conlon Walker, who swings at the first one. Made that the second one, my bad. 3-2-1 for Conlon. And gets a, my opinion, a very loose strike zone call, but Conlon Walker strikes out looking. As number 22, Cooper Craig, comes into the box with 2 outs. Still got Parker Ladd in scoring position on second, who fouls off the first pitch. So far, 1 run this inning for the Pack. Good things happen with leadoff runners all the time. And strike 2 swinging for Cooper Craig. He struck out last at bat looking. Hopefully redeem himself this time. He fouls off his foot in the box. Still 0-2. And Cooper Craig fouls it into the Indians dugout. Still 0-2. And Cooper gets back in the box now. Still got Parker on second base. And Parker takes third, uncontested, on the high ball, which brings the count to 1-2. Now Parker's on third. Took third rather easily, which no one can complain about. And ball 2 for Cooper Craig, bring the count to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Man on third for Cooper Craig. Fouled out of play over the Indians dugout. Actually hits the cell tower that they have on campus here. And what a battle so far for Cooper. And Cooper Craig strikes out. Ball was dropped but thrown to first before Parker Ladd could score. And that is the end of the top of the second inning. 1 run for the Pack this inning. That brings the score to 3-0, and we'll be right back at the bottom of the second. And welcome back to the bottom of the second inning. Braden Mays back on the mound. Recorded 3 up, 3 down last inning with 1 strikeout. As number 13 for the Indians is in the box, who drives one to left field as
Now batting, second baseman, Reese Hingeder.
Cole Long got it in quickly. Yet nevertheless, man on first now for the Indians. No outs, and number 10 is in the box. Brady Nyam up first. And strike one swinging. Braden May gets ahead in the count 1-0. 0-1. My bad. Braden taking his time, getting composed, and fires strike 2 swinging. 0 balls, 2 strikes for Braden May. Braden looks him down. And Nick Olson at third makes a throwing error, which unfortunately
Now batting, first baseman, Elijah Richardson.
Unfortunately leaves Indian runners on the corners. No out still. It was an unfortunate break for the Pack. However, no harm done yet. Still 0 outs though, as number 33 for the Indians is now stepping into the box. Braden May's got to deal with runners in the corners. And runner going, gets the bunt down. And heads up play by Braden May and Taylor Craig gets him out at home plate. We're now looking at first and second, 1 out. Really heads up play.
Number 8, Jaden Mitchell.
That's a good way for the Pack to make up for their error that put them in that situation. Really good play. 1 down, man on first and second. Number 23 for the Indians now steps into the box. looks him down. Looking back at second. Keeping him honest back there. And low ball one. It was a close pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Braden May's back on the mound. Looking back at second again. Shuffling. And throws ball 2 into the dirt. 2 balls, 0 strikes, 1 out. And Braden May now fires ball 3 inside. 3 balls, 0 strikes. Although Braden has been in this situation in the first inning and got out of it. And the ball is fouled off over the home stands. 3 balls and 1 strike. Braden's lucky even swung at that. Close pitch. Fouled off and got a strike. And ball 4 is thrown, loading the bases.
Now batting, left fielder Michael Morrison.
Still no damage done in the inning. 1 out. And number 6 for the Indians now steps in the box, or will step in the box after the short courtesy runner switch for the Indians. And now number 6 steps in the box. Bases loaded, 1 out, and Braden May gets his composure for a big at-bat coming up. In the windup. And strike 1. It's good to get ahead 1-0. 0-1. My bad. And second pitch of the at-bat's coming. And a change-up strike 2. Braden May ahead in the count now. Good situation to be in. 0 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases still loaded. And big pitch coming. Braden May looks him down in the stretch. Pitch is on the way. And strung on, strike 3. And that's a second recorded K for
Now
Braden May.
batting, center fielder number 2, Jacob Hall.
And now the Pack have 2 outs this inning. Base is still loaded. As number 2 for the Indians steps in the box. Braden May's in the zone here. Still no runs for the Indians this inning. And ball 1 low for Braden May. 1 ball, 0 strike. Second pitch at the at-bat's a strike, looking, evens up the count. Good pitch. Braden May is back in the stretch, looking him down. Throws the off speed just outside, a little high. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Still 2 outs, obviously, and bases are definitely still loaded. But so far the Pack have gotten 2 outs with runners in scoring position. No damage done yet. As Braden May throws a high ball 3. There's no more room on the bases for runners, so a walk would be bad here. However, I have faith that Braden can get us out of this one. This pitch is away, and it's a passed ball, and that will walk in an Indian, number 10. Bring the score to 3-1. Bases still loaded.
Now batting, number 3, Bryce Archie.
And the top of the lineup returns for the Indians as number 3 steps in the box. Walking into this bases loaded situation. And the first pitch is way outside. Ball will pass, and a second Indian will score of the inning. Bring the score now to 3-2. Runners now on second and third. And that's a ball, obviously. Bring the count to 1-0. He then throws one down the middle, which is fouled over the home stance. And count is 1-1 now. And ball outside. Bring the count to 2-1. Braden May still appears calm on the mound. He throws a high ball 3. Bring the count to 3-1. Has been a tougher inning for Braden this time, but nothing he can't handle. The Pack still have the upper hand. He fires strike 2 down the middle. Bring the count to 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It'd be great for the Pack to go ahead and get out of this if they can. And ball 4 outside. That was really close. I probably would have considered it a strike.
Number 1, Savion Muhammad.
Looked like a strike to me, but no damage done. Loads the bases back up. But only loads up the bases. Number 1's now in the box from McEachern. And Braden fires, gets ahead 0-1. Strike 1 right down the middle looking. choice by Braden. The off speed a little low and away, but did not get him to chase, bringing the count to 1-1. And Braden May fires in. Strike two swinging. Low fastball. It was a good decision. Bringing the count to 1-2 with 2 outs from still. It's been 2 outs for a hot minute now. And gets him to foul it away. There's a lot of foul balls going to the right and out of play. That joins the other balls laying over there. Count still remains 1 ball, 2 strikes as Braden still's the upper hand this count. Looking to get that big third out as the pitch is away. And a foul ball again over towards the on-deck circle. It's been a good few pitches by Braden. It's at bat. Just keeping his head in the game. Doing really well. And gets him right there. Strikeout looking. And the Pack come away. Still leading by 1. Wolfpack 3, Indians 2. And we'll be right back at the top of the 3rd inning. And the Pack enter the top of the 3rd inning,
Now
still with the
batting
lead.
number 9, Nick Olson.
Nick Olson will start off the inning. Last at bat, Nick got a walk. Hopefully he can start us off again this time. On this turned out to be a pretty nice afternoon today. A good day for baseball here in Cobb County. As the pitch is away, low ball 1 for Nick. 1-0. Like I said, despite the Pack's little troubles last inning, still maintain the lead. And strike 1 called, bringing the count to 1-1. And an off-speed pitch gets Nick looking at strike 2. It was a good pitch. Not a good hitter's pitch for sure. But now he's got a battle with 2 strikes, obviously. Which he does, puts it right in play, but unfortunately, pitcher was right there. and then was able to get his glove on it. Another foot in any direction, and he probably wouldn't have got that. Would have been a single at the middle. So good
Now
for the
batting
pitcher.
number 1, Caleb Lavelle.
And designated hitter Caleb Valley is now up with 1 out in the inning. Base is empty. Ready to do some damage. As he looks at strike 1, a little offside. And time is called. Appears to be by Caleb, who is collecting himself, getting ready. Good decision. And this pitch is low for the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike for Caleb. And ball 2, another off speed, didn't catch him just a little inside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out for Caleb. Who hit into a fielder's choice RBI last at bat, by the way, as he watches pass ball 3 and 1. Caleb was responsible for the first RBI of the game. And swings at a high strike. Fouls it down the third base line. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ball 4 into the dirt as Caleb Valley picks up a walk. 1 out, man on first. Good, not a bad start. Still got time to capitalize on it. Cole Long stepping into the box.
Now batting number 23, Cole Long. And now pitching for the McEachern Indians FC. And also at second base is Bryce Archie.
And Cole Long, who walked last at bat, 6-hole hitter, is stepping into the box. Got Caleb on first now. And Caleb's running down, and he is safe as the throw was offline. It's the second time today he's taken second base, actually. Caleb's having a good day on the base path. And now Cole Long has a runner in scoring position to work with. 0 balls, 1 strike. And the pitcher tries to throw back to second, but it wasn't. Caleb wasn't falling for anything. And Cole's back in the box now. Who looks at strike 2. It was a low strike. Right around his knees, but still in the zone. Bring the count to 1-1. And he grounds out to the second baseman, which moves Caleb
now
over.
Batting number 25, Charlie Baxter.
Second out of the inning, moves man over. Charlie Baxter steps in the box with the runner on third, 2 outs. Got the opportunity to put up another run on the scoreboard. Help take back some of the runs lost last inning. And he watches an off-speed strike one. 0 balls, 1 strike. Pitching from the windup. And ball 1 low, 1-1. There, bringing the count to 1-2. Wouldn't want to leave Caleb stranded out there, third base. However, that's what's going to happen as Charlie Baxter strikes out, bringing the end to the top of the third. Pack still 3, Indians still 2, and we'll be right back at the bottom of the third inning. And welcome back to the bottom of the third inning. Wolfpack 3, Indians 2. And Braden May.
Now batting, number 14, third baseman Jordan Baines.
Braden May returns to the mound for his third time today. In the bottom of the third. Number 14 for the Indians is at bat, who fouls one off for the first pitch. As Braden gets ahead 0-1. And going to get some dirt there. Braden gets him swinging the dirt. Ball falls into the dirt, but Taylor Craig gets it to first. Plenty of time. Recording another strikeout.
Right fielder, number 13, Terrell White.
That is Braden's 4th K of the game. Been pitching well today so far. As there's now 1 out in the bottom of the third. And number 13 for the Indians is who proceeds to watch strike one as Braden gets ahead yet again. Braden really appears to be getting settled in out there. He fires off low ball. It's still a good pitch. And ball two is fired just outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And Braden appears to have hit him in his
Now batting,
calf,
number 27, pitcher L.C. Bennett.
putting him on first base. Man on first now after the hit by pitch, 1 out.
Sorry, Brandon.
As the new Indian gets in the box. No damage done, though. Maybe we could even turn 2 here. That would be nice. Braden's back on the mound. And gets him swinging. Fouled into left of third baseline. Long comes running over from left field, but can't get to it in time. It's too far out of play. However, that puts Braden ahead in the count with that foul ball strike. And runner on first goes, and the ball in the dirt leaves no possibility of getting him as the Indian takes second base. Gets him swinging.
Now batting, first baseman, number 33, Elijah Richardson.
And the pass ball there leads to runners on the corners now. Not much you could do about that. Good pitch to swing at, in all honesty, knowing he has no way of winning it. Still records in the books as a K, adding to Braden's total. Braden back on the mound. Runner goes second. Taylor throws down. And that is not good for the Pack. Multiple throws were offline, which leads to the batter interference was called, which will save the Pack here, as it appears. It was an interesting turn of events. A lot of stuff happened. And there's a little bit of conversation between the Indians head coach and the referee. of right now, it appears like the Pack will be getting really lucky. Batter interference would lead to the batter being out, and the runners would have to return to second and third, respectively. They're further discussing it. McEachern head coach is not very happy. A lot of McEachern sidelines unhappy too, but it is what it is. We'll take it.
Let's go, B, get the out. Let's go. Play ball, boys. Play ball, coach. Hey, great call, Blue. Great call.
Now batting number 23, catcher Jaden Mitchell.
Hey, let's go. Let's get the out, B. Let's go.
2 outs for the Pack after that batter's interference. Runners on the corners as they had to return. Like I said, Pack got a lucky break right there, as throwing errors would have sunk us a little bit.
Get this batter and let's get out of it.
And now Brandon May has a chance to get out with no damage done. And 1 ball, 0 strikes, Braden following the first pitch.
Let's go, B.
Braden's back on. Second pitch, runners going. No third down this time, following the fiasco last time. Wise decision, in my opinion. Still got 2 outs. No damage has been done yet. Pack still the upper hand. Time called by Blue. Take a walk. Composure. 1-1. Count. Stretch third. This one's swinging low, but the ball will pass, and the McEachern Indians will tie the game. Three apiece now, your score. And there's still 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Braden. So we could get out of it right here. That was unfortunate. But no one's hurt yet. Too bad at least. And strike 3 looking. Put another K in the book. And your score is Whitefield Wolfpack 3, McEachern Indians 3. And that's the end of the 3rd inning, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to the top of the fourth
Now
inning.
batting number 10, Cole Peterson.
The 8-hole Cole Peterson will lead us off. He walked his last at bat. And the first pitch is a strike. Cole looked at it. Not a bad look for a first pitch, for sure. 0 balls, 1 strike. And then off speed, strike 2 there. Now Cole's got to protect. And Cole goes down swinging 3 pitches. As number 24, Taylor Craig, comes up to the plate. 1 down. And Taylor watches ball 1 in the dirt. Taylor Craig looking to start things off for the Pack this inning. 1 out.
We go, Tank.
And Taylor watches a second ball in the dirt. 2 balls, 0 strikes. Taylor struck out his first at bat. This at bat so far, the count's in his favor. And he watches strike 1, bringing the
Come on, Tank.
count to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Back to baseball.
You got this, Taylor.
Leadoff Parker Ladd is on deck as well. As Taylor sends one high and caught by the shortstop for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 21, Parker Ladd.
Stay hot, kid.
Yep.
And Parker Ladd comes to the plate, lead off with a single and a double so far today. He watches a off-speed ball, came in low, make the count 1-0. And having a good day so far. And watches ball 2 low. Count is in his favor. And Parker swings at 1. That's going to drop an interesting spot, and great catch by the second baseman. I thought that was getting down. And I believe that was the second baseman. You got to give him credit for that one. That was a hard catch. And that ends the top of the 4th inning. Wolfpack 3, Indians 3, and we'll be back shortly. And welcome back, everybody. The bottom of the fourth inning. Riley Colin comes in for Braden, made a pitch, and he starts off with a low ball. Number 6 for the Indians is in the box, and it is a 3-3 game still. 1 ball, 0 strikes. And Riley fires right back. Strike 1 swinging for number 6, bring the count to 1-1. Braden had a pretty good day today on the mound. And there's ball 2 right there. Recording 6 strikeouts. One of those was a drop third strike that they advanced on, but it still goes in the books nonetheless. And it's ball 3 now for Riley. Hopefully Riley can back up Braden's performance and be a great day to beat the Indians. And weak ball put in the play. Riley just flips it over to Charlie at first for an easy first out. And like I said, 1 out now in the inning.
Now batting number 2, center fielder Jacob Hall.
And Riley's back in the windup. 1 up, 1 down for him so far. As number 2 flashes bunt right down the third baseman. Back to Riley, who nearly hits him in the back and just threw across his body. Unfortunate break. And that will put a man on first with 1 out. Just
Now batting number 3, Bryce Archie.
it's a hard flip to make right there, and you have to hit a small silver spot. You can't let it get too far out, and you know, it is what it is. Pack will bounce back. As number 3 is in the box now for the Indians. And he's going, and ball was in the dirt. Taylor never even had a chance. And runner on second. Riley looks back as the man on second is getting a little generous with his lead. Good idea. Got to keep him honest back there. It was a very close ball. Call went in favor of McEachern, but it was right on the edge of the zone. No 1 out in the inning. There's a good pitch right there. Low in the zone. And that would be strike 2, as I believe. Riley keeps looking back at the man on second as he does enjoy himself a big lead. And the McEachern coaches continue to yell at the umpires. It's been a common theme today.
Let him play, coach. Here you go, Riley.
And Riley's back up on the mound. Pitcher from the stretch, still looking back to second. And it's the 3rd weekly played in ball. And
Now batting shortstop number 1, Savion Mohammed.
and first and third at the corners now following the I don't know if it scored an error, but it kind of was one. And a bunt that fouled way off back would have hit me if there was no fence here. Puts Riley ahead in the count, 1-0. It's a good idea to bunt, but it was not a very good bunt. However, no one here on the pack side is complaining about that popped up bunt. As Riley winds up for a second pitch, and now after that swing and a miss, it's Riley's up in the count. Still 2 balls, no strikes. And a hard foul ball just to the left of the third base line. That would have been trouble if it was about a foot to the right. But Packers still unscathed. Still 1 out in the inning. And they've got to be conscious of the base runners. However, no harm yet. And runner on second goes. No throw down.
Now batting, third baseman, number 14, Jordan Baines.
And Riley picks up his first K of the game. And 2 outs now for the Pack after Riley's strikeout. Number 14 for the Indians is up to bat now. And Riley hits him in the lower back. But first base was unoccupied. Thankfully, no harm.
Now batting, right fielder, number 13, Terrell White.
And bases loaded for the McEachern Indians. They've been in bases loaded a few times now, and not relatively low harm so far in bases loaded situations. In the Pack with 2 outs, any base and they're out of it, and hopefully we can capitalize on that here. As Riley's pitcher from the stretch. And ball 1. It's a big at bat here. Both teams in a tie game. Back half of the game too. And the swing and the miss brings it to 1-1. So Riley gets back in the stretch. And a high ball too. And a pop up down the third base line. And Nick Olson catches it. Nick Olson catches that for the 3rd out of the inning. And the Pack come out unscathed, luckily, yet again. And that is the end of the 4th inning, and we'll be right back. Conlon Walker will lead off the inning. He struck out his last at bat, but did reach on his first. As he swings at the first pitch, which goes way foul on the third base side.
Top hand, 8.
Be great to start things off, break the tie as we approach the back half of the game. Game 1, I should say, as there is the game 2 following shortly after. And the count is now 1-1 following the outside pitch. And Conlon sends one in the air, shallow right, and flies out to the second baseman.
Now batting, number 22, Cooper Craig.
And now Cooper comes up to the plate for his third at bat today. He has struck out the last 2 times. Hopefully he can break that streak here. As he watches an inside ball. Make the count 1-0. And he watches strike 1 down the plate, making the count 1-1. And then proceeds to foul off a ball down the first baseline, bringing the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning. And now it's Cooper's time to fight. And Cooper is in the box now, awaiting the pitch. Which is another inside ball, evening the count at 2-2. And Cooper proceeds to watch an outside ball this time, bringing it to a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Cooper's battled back on the count. Now it's a key pitch here, which he was able to fend off, fouled it over the McEachern stands, and it remains 3-2 with 1 out. No men on. As the pitch is away, which Cooper puts in play up the middle, and the second baseman is there and gets it to first, beating Cooper.
Now batting, number 9, Nick Olson.
And the last 3 outs consecutively, end of last inning and beginning of this inning, have all been made by the second baseman. Interesting enough. Caught 2 balls and then turned that one to first. And Nick Olson's at the plate now, who watches a high ball. Ball 1. And his last out bat, he grounded out, but prior to that, he has walked today. And this is his 3rd plate appearance. And he watches the second ball low. And the pitch is away, which is the first strike of the at-bat, bringing the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. And as a reminder, there are 2 outs in the inning. And Nick fouls one off the right side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And 2 outs. Big pitch coming up. Nick stands calmly in the box. And drives one to the shortstop again, who makes his 4th out in a row. Kind of impressive. But that's 3 up, 3 down, unfortunately, for the Pack. Keeps the score tied at 3 through the top of the 5th, and we'll be right back. And Riley Cullen's back on the mound, and the first pitch of the bottom of the 5th inning is away, which is a ball. This is Riley's 2nd time taking the mound today after Braden pitched the first 3 innings. And 2nd ball in the dirt brings the count to 2 balls and 0 strikes. And game is still tied. It's been tied ever since the bottom of the 3rd inning. That ball is driven to right field on the ground between Parker and Charlie, and that's a single. So that brings it to no outs, 1 man on as they...
Now batting, first baseman number 33, Elijah Richardson.
They put the courtesy runner on, as that must have been the pitcher. Now Riley is watching the man on first. 33 from the Indians is at the plate now. And Riley throws it over. Wasn't anywhere close, but it is keeping him honest. Let him know that he's looking at him. And the throw down is offline and slow, which will leave him running out at second with no outs. Good pitch by Riley. And an 0-2 count. Just got clarification on the field. Riley prepared for pitch. And he doinks that up towards Cole Long, who makes the catch and gets it in and picks up an out.
Now batting, catcher number 23, Jaden Mitchell.
Also, Wesley Calloway has been in at Ryan McClellan, has been in at catcher. I could just now get a glimpse of the number. And meanwhile, great play by, that was Pack picks up their second out of the inning. Thanks to Riley's heads-up pickoff play. And then strike one. Riley's head really has been in the game. And then strike two fired by Riley. And 0-2, 2 outs. Pack really put themselves in a good position. And strike three, Riley picks up another K. And that is the end of the fifth inning. Couple innings left. And the game is still tied. And we'll be right back as the Pack are going to be right up to hit in the top of the sixth inning. And welcome back.
Now batting, number 1, Caleb Lavelle.
Top of the sixth inning. And Caleb Lavelle, the designated hitter, it will take the plate. He walked his last at bat, and his first at bat was a fielder's choice RBI. And he pops this one straight up, which is nearly caught by the catcher, who falling gets his glove on it, but cannot squeeze it. So a little lucky break there for Caleb. And that'll make the count 0-1. So Caleb has had a good day today at the plate. And hopefully he can continue that. As he watches ball one. 2. Caleb. And pitcher's in the windup throwing. Bounce before home plate. 2-2 count now. Back in the windup and strike 3 looking. It was a very low and inside strike. Nevertheless, sends Caleb back to the bench with the backwards
Now
K.
batting number 23, Cole Long.
Hopefully Cole Long can start us off here. It was a close call last time. And ball 1 outside for Cole. His last at bat, he grounded out to the second baseman. And prior to that, he's walked today. And I almost thought it may have hit him there. It was close to the shins. But I guess not. He would know if it hit him. Anyways, that's a very far inside ball. But then Cole drives it right to the right fielder who was playing more right center than right. Unlucky.
All right, now batting number 25, Charlie Baxter.
And he put the bat in the ball well, but just hit it right at him. But that brings up Charlie Baxter, who so far today has struck out his last at bat, and his first at bat he grounded out to the first baseman. And 2 outs for the Pack. And inside off speed, doesn't catch him swinging. Ball 1. Pitches away, and Charlie puts it back at the first baseman, second time today, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. So score remains tied through 6.5 or 5.5. I'm sorry, it's 6, and we'll be right back with the Indians at bat, and hopefully the Pack can keep them to 3. Has been a pretty quick moving game with all the O's on the scoreboard, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to the bottom of the 6th, where Riley steps in for his 3rd inning. And starts with a strike. Start the inning. Riley so far has recorded 2 strikeouts, I believe, today. After coming in for Braden. And a ball just off the plate there brings it to 1-1. And a little off speed there got him swinging. Bring the count to 1-2. Gives Riley ahead in the count. Good place to be. And almost got him there. He barely hit it off the top of his bat, fouled it off down the first base line. It was a good way to get him swinging. Still ahead in the count 1-2. And just missed it there. Riley's been throwing really good so far this inning. He came out throwing it. But he finished up last inning real good too. Riley's had a good day, as well as Braden. We've had a good day on the mound, keeping a 7A school to 3 runs against little old Whitefield. As Riley throws again. And sends him back to dugout with a backwards K. It's his 3rd strikeout.
Now batting, number 2, center fielder Jacob Hall.
And that brings the Pack to have 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Number 2 from the Indians is at the plate now. And like I said, that was Riley's 3rd strikeout of the game. As he's pitching back from the windup, no man on. And bounces it prior to the plate. Was a good block from Ryan McClellan. And that ball just lands barely foul on the 3rd baseline. Glad it landed foul, otherwise he'd probably be on second base by now. And that brings the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out as well. Again, and strike looking. That brings the 1 ball, 2 strikes, and gets ahead in the count yet again. And gets him swinging for Riley's 4th strikeout today.
Now batting, number 3, Bryce Archie.
And now 2 down for the Pack. Bottom of the 6th. This game really has been moving quick the last couple innings. All those, the Pack and the Indians just keep coming up and going back. And number 3 for the Indians sends it into left field. Cole Long gets it in. It'll
Now
go down as
batting,
a single.
shortstop, number 1, Savion Muhammad.
Brings number 1 to the plate. Man on first. 2 down, nothing harmed. And Riley doesn't seem phased out there. Pitching from the stretch now. The man on first. And foul tip, brings strike 1. And Riley's ahead in the count 1-0. Just glancing back at first base, making sure he stays honest. And throws over. I mean, after I got that pick off last inning, who knows what. You gotta be careful on the base path. Throws over again. Gonna keep him close for sure. As Coach Heen calls time, going out to the mound. And we'll see what this is about. And we're back. Coach Heen just had a quick word at the mound at the infield. Still 2 outs, 1 strike on the batter. And the runner goes and hits it through the gap. Cole loses in the outfield grass and throws it to third where nobody is. And that is a bad break for the Pack as it is now 3-4. That is
Now
really
batting, third baseman number 14, Jordan Baines.
and that'll break the tie. The Indians have the lead now with a runner on third. Still 2 outs. Really unfortunate turn of events. And they're playing aggressive with the runner on third. But we still got another inning to play. So it ain't over till it's over. And the Pack have been fighting today. And Riley's still pitching from the stretch, got 2 strikes. And he blocks it up. He's going to be gunning it home. And not in time. Number 1 for the Indians comes across, giving the Indians a lead by 2 now, making it 3-5. All runs with 2 outs. Like I said, just been an unfortunate break for the Pack here.
Let's go, guys.
But still 2 outs in the inning. You get the batter here, and you're back up to hit. And Riley pitches it away. And he pops it up right at Charlie, who catches it for the 3rd out. And that brings your score to Wolfpack 3, Indians 5 through 6. And we'll be right back up for the top of the 7th. And welcome back to the top of the 7th. Crucial time for the Pack as Cole Peterson leads it off. Looks at strike one, kind of check swings, but doesn't pull the trigger. And if the Pack fail to score at least 2 here, they will drop game 1. However, you do a lot in 3 outs, as ball 1 is taken low. And just a reminder, I'm sure all y'all know, but this is only game 1, so the Pack will definitely have their redemption next game if they fail to pick up. However, a sweep would always be nice against the 7A school. As Cole faces third pitch, which goes high. Cole's last at bat, he struck out, and his first at bat, he walked. This is his 3rd time to the plate.
Stop you. On you, 10.
And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Cole. And he watches a ball in the dirt. Two balls, 2 strikes. And strike 3 called. And number 7, Wyman Shaheen, is coming into the game.
Now batting number 7, Wyman Shaheen.
He will be batting for Ryan McClellan, who replaced Taylor Craig earlier on in the game. And Wyman watches ball 1, which goes low. And strike is called. It was like almost at his shoulders, but it is what it is. Brings the count to 1-1. Interesting call. And then Wyman fouls that one off backwards, bring it to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And like I said, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitcher's pitching from the windup, and ball just outside, brings it to 2-2. And the 5th pitch of the series coming, which and Wyman picks up a single on the left side, and that puts a man on, 1 out.
Now batting number 21, Parker Ladd.
And he throws over, but Wyman's paying attention, and Parker Ladd's at the plate. He grounded out last time, but prior to that, he's had both a double and a single today. So good day. And Parker fouls it back. It's the Pack's last stand here, so it is crucial. And And Parker pops it up right at the first baseman. And that's really unfortunate there. And that brings up the second.
Now
out.
batting number 8, Colin Walker.
And Conlon Walker takes the batter's box. 1 out to spare. Still got the man on first and down by 2. And he throws over. Wyman still paying attention. And strike 1 called. Kind of a low strike. Conlon flew out his last at bat. Struck out and has grounded out today. So he's still looking for a, or never mind, he didn't ground out. Error. He didn't do it. My handwriting is kind of bad. Either way, now is a good time for Conlon to get a hit.
You know what's coming.
And Conlon settles in, takes the high ball, bringing the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And throws the off speed, trying to get him to chase, which he does not. Bring the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. So this is a huge pitch here. And Wyman goes, and the ball's in the dirt, bringing the count to 3 balls, 2 strikes, with a man now in scoring position. Perfect chance for the Pack to try to capitalize with 2 outs in the last frame. And Conlon sends it out to center field where it is caught. And that is that. And your score is Wolfpack 3, McEachern Indians 5, and that concludes game 1 after Conlon's fly out to center. And we will be back for game 2 here shortly in about 30 minutes or so.